Don't pay a quarter, don't pay a dime, don't pay a penny, don't waste your time. If half a penny is all he asks, don't give him any. Lay off his tracks, my half a penny is what he'll say. Still a steep price, just walk away.
Welcome to Pennies Miami Heat.
Good afternoon, Heat Nation, folks, folkettes, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of Pennies. Follow us on Facebook at Pennies, as you see on your screen. We always try to basically do the same thing that they put on Twitter. We just try to do it as quickly as possible. So we are Twitter newsbreakers. We're news-breaking newsbreakers, and we sometimes we can't even do that because we're not quick enough. But very happy to have won against the Thunder, the best team in the NBA. Very much like the Heat, to beat the second best team in the NBA. Lose to the worst team of the NBA, struggle against the Celtics, just getting old, and then go ahead and beat Oklahoma. So we delivered one of the very few losses that they've had this season. Now, if I tell you that the Heat went 44 out of 88 field goals, and Oklahoma beat them, actually no, the Oklahoma went 47 out of their 93 field goals, that they got 10 out of 34 three-point attempts. And we got 17 out of 32 three-point attempts. Would you tell me that this is a successful recipe? Because this is a game that we lost by 10, could have lost by a lot more. We lost by 12, 120, 124, 112, I think, or 122, 112. What was the result? 124-112. We lost this game by 12. The game that I just mentioned right now, the field goal attempt and field goals made, and the 3-point attempts and 3 points made. Because when we look at our game yesterday, that is a completely different story, right? We had over 50% in three-point attempts at that time. And we still lost. So we're really low on. If you saw the video yesterday, really low on charity stripe percentage, right? But yesterday we got 41 field goals out of 111 with 36.9 field goal percentage. We got 23s out of 50, 40% 3-point percentage, and this is how the plus minus stacks. Spiller Larson. All the starters and plus had a plus. I think the bench improved a lot, and this is exactly what we're saying. We're saying a couple of things before, right? Number one, Bam is not playing up to his own standards because he's injured. What happens when you kind of heal, right? What happens when the public challenges you to be more aggressive, and you're Bam, and you're suffering a lot less? You go out, and you get it. Regardless of the day, you go out and you get it. Last game, it was just mostly against the Celtics, mostly the first half. But this one, the motor did not necessarily stop at all. And, well, we had Phil Larson with a +4 with 16 points. We had Andrew Wiggins with a +4 with 15 points. We had Bam Adebayo with a +11, forced the highest plus and minus, with 30 points. We had Norman Powell with 7 plus, 19 points. We had Kasparis Kuchonis, who fouled out, unfortunately, but that's very normal, and that's something to work with the young one, right? A +4 with 3 points. Simone Fontecchio had a -5. It did have 5 personal fouls, but I don't understand. Again, those metrics to me are just, I can't understand them. But he actually scored 13 points. And this is what happens when your bench is producing a little bit more than they were producing last time, because we didn't also have that much of a bench. But again, we had, no. Oh my God, I hate this, guys. Nikola Jovic with a -7 and 3 points, -5 to Drew Smith with 5 points, -9 to Khalil Ware with 7 points. I thought he had an A for effort yesterday, for sure. And Myron Gardner, the only one in the bench with a +6, delivering us I think it was 3 consecutive 3 points, and then that jam that was just amazing. And basically, Myron Gardner, that's exactly what we need when a guy comes in with a two-way contract. He wants to continue to play like that. And he wants to continue playing like that. So eventually, who knows? Maybe he would be picked up. Great win. We dominated them. Actually, very interesting, but we didn't dominate them. We just shot more. We were paying more attention to those details, right? So here is what it is: 122, 120 to Miami, 51 rebounds. We out rebounded them. 30 assists. We out assisted them. 30 to 23. 7 steals to their 3. We only had 4 blocks, but 4 blocks. Come on. 6 blocks to Oklahoma, which is known as a blocker. And several times you had Larson or Drew Smith in a couple of times just go straight at Chet Holmgren and still get it done. We only had 4 turnovers. We won the turnover battle against the team that turns the ball over the least in the NBA, the Thunder, with 14 turnovers yesterday. Now, we only had 36.9 field goal percentage, like I said, but we shot the ball 111 times to make 41. 54.5% for them. 40% three-point percentage. They had 44.8%, but again, shot less. It's exactly the opposite of what we saw last game. 82.1%. For them in the free throws, we only got 71.4%, but still, gosh, almost 20% more than last time. And look at the points in the paint. Still, they got 10 more points in the paint, 50-40. The second point chance battle is still pretty ridiculous. 23 points for them, 9. The second chance points tell the whole story of the last game. This one broke majorly in our favor. Last time we only had 1 second chance point. This time we had 33 second chance points, with the Thunder only having 9. And fast break points, we lost it by 6. Again, not making a difference because Miami had 9 and Oklahoma 15 because of the fact that we actually stopped them from increasing the lead from 14 to 30. Quite the contrary. We brought it from 14 to an average of 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, back to 10 to 8, back to 10 to 6, back to nothing. We ended up the half, which we could have gone up because we had a pretty good run there. I think 14 to 2 run. We ended up the half with 5 points down, 65-60. And then it was just a fight. It was just that kind of a fight. It was not an easy fight at all for those watching the game. It wasn't easy, but just like the Suns and just like the loss against the Celtics, it was a whole odyssey, right? A whole cinematic thing that happened, especially for that kick out to Norman Powell, the last 3 that he got, and then basically forcing them to make mistakes. It wasn't even easy because we had a position in which we could have scored, or at least put us up 4, and we didn't execute it well, but we did burn most of the clock. And so that's basically what got us the win. Nothing to say about that. A win is a win. We now go to the West. Now we have a couple of games, a few games that I won't be able to watch entirely because of the time. It's just impossible unless I want to stop eating and not show up to work or get fired. So unfortunately, I can't afford to do that yet, guys. You're the ones that are gonna determine whether I can make a living doing this. All right, stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.